Good evening and welcome to Edison's Virtual College Fair for the evening. I'm John Hawkins, your facilitator. Please make sure that your camera and microphone is off during this time. You can communicate though with all our wonderful colleges using the Q&A button that's on your screen below as well to make sure you have any kind of major questions answered for them. Don't forget, there will be a recording of this session and other sessions available after the end of this event. So please be on the lookout for those so you can actually understand what's going on from other different schools that you may not heard about this evening as well. So that is all I have to kind of share as a housekeeping notes to begin our evening, but let's get things going with our colleges. And first, we're going to have Caldwell University to talk with us first.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen. All right. So I am from Caldwell University. My name is Danielle, and I'm just going to go through a little bit about our school. So first off, why Caldwell? We are a private institution. We have a really awesome location. We are right outside of New York City, and we have direct transportation there. We also have a beautiful campus with one of the best suburbs in New Jersey. We have a main street with restaurants, shops, a lot of really great things to get involved in there. We are also faith-based and a small campus. It's about 1,600 undergraduate students. And because of that, we have a really small student to faculty ratio. It's about 12:1. What that means for you is class sizes are small. You will really get to know your professors. You will get to know your peers, and we are also affordable. So some of our programs of study include things like art. We have a really awesome art therapy program, business, which is one of our top 3, along with nursing and psychology. Our education program is also very, very sought after. And we have also added a few new majors, including exercise science. We have environmental science, communication disorders for anyone interested in studying speech pathology, supply chain management, and a few others that are in the accreditation process right now. So for our outcomes, we are very proud of this number. 98% of our graduates are either employed in a graduate school or are in some sort of service project. So a lot of this is because of the small class sizes. You really get to know your professors who can connect you with their networks. And we also have a career center on campus, which will help you apply for internships and jobs as well. Just to go over some of our internship placements, we've had really awesome opportunities for our students with things like The Late Show and MTV. We actually had a student last semester intern with MIT, so we were really excited for her. And like I said before, we have a lot of personalized support options. So the career planning and development, we also have an office of accessibility, study abroad, advisement, and tutoring available for our students, all for free. As for tuition, we are a private school, so it is the same for out-of-state versus in-state. The commuters are looking at about $36,000 a year, and for residents, it's $49,000 a year. This is obviously the sticker price before any scholarships, grants, or anything like that. And we also did just implement a new scholarship system. So for incoming freshmen, whatever your weighted high school GPA is will correspond with a different scholarship level. So all of our students are awarded some sort of academic scholarship. The range is from $13,000 to $24,000, and this is per year. We also have something called the Caldwell Commitment, which we just started, and this is for students who meet 3 requirements. They're eligible for federal Pell Grants, they're eligible for TAG, which is a New Jersey state grant, and they have at least a 3.0 high school GPA. If you meet all 3 of these requirements, Caldwell will cover your full tuition for you. We also are a D2 school for sports. We have baseball, basketball, women's bowling, cross country, lacrosse, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, women's volleyball, and acrobatics and tumbling. And we also do have 2 club sports, which are sprint football, which is the same as football, just anyone under 190 pounds, and rugby, both of which are relatively new for us. We also have 3 different residence halls. We have 2 that are traditional freshman dorms that are doubles. So you'll live with one other roommate, share the bathrooms on the floor. We also have an apartment style, which is typically for upperclassmen. For our students who live on campus, it is free parking for the students. Freshmen can have their cars on campus. The laundry is free. And we also have a ton of community engagement and events for people to be active in. As for meal plans, they are required for all of our students living in traditional dorms. And the meal plans include unlimited swipes for those students. We also have a ton of different clubs, both cultural, faith-based, and having to do with interests. So we have things like esports and a lot of different cultural clubs. So definitely a lot for students to be involved in. And as for the admissions process itself, we are rolling admissions, and we also are on Common App as well as our own web application. The average high school GPA is about a 3.3. Average SAT is an 1130. ACT is 22. However, we are test optional right now. And we do require an essay and 2 letters of recommendation. That is everything I have for you today, and this is my contact information.
Thank you so much, Caldwell University. Next, we're going to have Drew University.
Hi, everybody. Hold on one second while I share my screen. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Maurer. I'm a senior admissions counselor at Drew University. I'm also a proud alum, graduated in 2013. So I've been out a little bit longer than I would like to admit at this point. So let's keep that all between us. Thanks for coming and learning a little bit more about not only Drew, but the other wonderful colleges that we have here today. A little bit about us. So Drew is located in Madison, New Jersey, which is right about central northern New Jersey. Depending where you are in Middlesex County, we're about 30 minutes away from most spots in Middlesex County. The downtown of Madison is about a 10-minute walk from campus, so we're incredibly close. And this is a great shot just to capture our downtown right here. We're actually one of the safest college towns. We were recently voted that, so we're really proud of the area that we're in. Madison's a great little area. We are also centrally located to the surrounding New York areas, Philadelphia areas, and we're able to get to those places relatively easy because of the train station that we have right in the middle of Madison. And we really take advantage of that for academic purposes as well. And I'll talk about that in a little bit once we talk about academic programs here. This is one of my favorite shots of campus. I think this really encompasses the fact that we are known as the university in the forest. As you can tell with all the trees and ferns. A couple quick facts about us. So we are a small private liberal arts college. We have about 1,600 undergraduate students, with our average class size being about it's about a 12-to-1 student to professor ratio. So we do have a very small class size, which allows you to have those really good relationships with your professors. Some of the major offerings that we have here, Joe, I'll just name the top 5 that we have here, but we have more than 40 majors and minors. So we are known as a theater art school. Theater arts is very well known here at Drew. We also have a lot of students who are interested in things like political science, business and economics, the sciences as a whole. Those are very popular here at Drew, with a lot of unique research opportunities here, and also English as well. Outside of the 40 majors, we also have several combined degree programs, from engineering to law to finance. And we also have recently added several new exciting majors, from marketing to accounting and to data analytics. We have a lot of exciting new programs that we've been adding to Drew. One of the most important things that we believe in here at Drew are immersive experiences. And we believe in it so much that we build it into your undergraduate program here, where all of our students are guaranteed at least 2 off-campus experiences, and it's part of your graduation requirements. We have so many different options for our students to go off campus, and we make it really accessible for you to work with your academic advisor to be a part of these programs. From New York City semesters, where I mentioned we have that train right in the middle of Madison, where students can go into the cities 2 days a week with a group of students, and you might be in a boardroom of Bank of New York Mellon, or you might be visiting the UN, seeing an alum who works there, to going to a study abroad semester, which we call TREX, where you might be going to South Africa for 2 weeks to study public health, or maybe you have secured an internship in local downtown Madison or Summit, which is a town right next to us. So we have all these different opportunities for you to get out, and we really firmly believe in getting outside of the classroom for that. Throughout your time at Drew, we really believe in this network of mentors. And I mentioned you have academic advisors throughout your time here at Drew, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be with you every step of the way. With the small school and with the close-knit community that we have, you really are going to build those relationships, and they're going to be those people who are going to be in your corner all the time to help you, whatever you are passionate about. If you want to double major, you want to have 3 minors, you want to be involved in things that don't seem to mix and match, but if you have a passion for it, they're going to be able to help you connect those together. And along those ways, you're really going to gain all these different sorts of transferable skills from working in an internship to presenting research that are absolutely going to be able to be applicable towards your next phase in life, whether graduate school or entering the workforce. We're also a very diverse community here at Drew, and we're really proud about that. So we have what we call launch communities, where students can identify and meet different types of people, and it's a really unique part of Drew here. A couple other quick facts about us. So we are a Division III university with 22 varsity sports. Our 2 newest sports, men's and women's volleyball, started. This is their first full season, so which is really exciting to have them going. We have more than 90 clubs on campus, so we're very, very active in club life and club recreation as well. So we are a very active campus here. There's a lot to do all the time here on campus. To kind of sum things up here at Drew, I mentioned we are always recognized as the top theater program. We're also a very inclusive campus here at Drew, and we focus on creating those futures for you. We want to make sure that you're successful, and that's what those people here are at Drew. Your advisors and everyone around you wants to see you succeed and do well. We're a couple upcoming events for us. There's Discover Drew Day, which the next one is coming up on April 2nd. Great time to see campus. And April, spring in the forest is a beautiful time to go see campus. We also have campus tours every single day, plus select weekends as well. If you're not able to come in person, which I always encourage you to, we also have live guided virtual tours as well. If you have your phone, you can scan that QR code and it takes you right to the page. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate learning more about you.
Thank you so much, Drew University. Next, we're going to have Wagner College.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Grisulo, and as an admissions counselor and alum of the school, I can honestly say that I lived and loved the Wagner experience. We have so much to offer at Wagner, but what I love the most is that we give students a really tight-knit, intimate learning experience while being so close to Manhattan and just being in the city. So I just want to go over some quick facts about Wagner. We're located in Staten Island, New York, so that's one of 5 boroughs in New York City. And what's great about Staten Island is it's a lot more green than the other boroughs. So you get that on our campus for sure. It's a 100-acre campus, lots of green spaces for you to enjoy. And we're a relatively small school, so about 1,800 undergraduate students, but I like to say we're tiny but mighty. We have students from about 44 different states and 29 different countries. So it goes without saying that the majority of our students, about 70%, do live on campus. As I mentioned, we're a small school, so you definitely see those perks in the classroom. We have a 14-to-1 faculty to student ratio, and our class sizes are typically about 19 to 22 students. So lots of professor attention. Classes are definitely more discussion-based, and you are more than just a number in a room. We have about 45 different majors and minors for you to choose from. Our most popular majors are nursing, health sciences, education, business, psychology, and our 2 most competitive majors are theater performance and our 5-year accelerated physician assistant program. This right here is just a bird's eye view of Wagner's campus. Like I said, lots of green spaces. And what I like the most about Wagner's campus is that no building is too far from another building. So you're never going to have a really long walk on like a hot day or a super cold day. And what makes our campus so special and unique is our active campus life. We have about 70 different clubs and organizations that you can join. So there's lots of ways for you to get involved. And we are also a Division I athletic school. So that's great whether you're an athlete or not, because you really feel that school spirit and sense of camaraderie on campus. And our men's basketball team is actually heading to the semifinals for the Northeast Conference Championship this weekend. So things like that you can experience on campus. We also have Greek life. It's about 15% of students there for those who want it, and those who don't want it don't have to be involved. When I was at Wagner, I was in Greek life and I had a great experience, but I was friends with people who were not involved. So it's a win-win. As I mentioned, we have a competitive theater performance program. So with that, you're going to get really awesome productions that happen on campus that you can go check out for free. And those students a lot of times do end up on Broadway or behind the scenes on Broadway. So it's really, really cool for sure. And if you are somebody who really loves community service or maybe wants to get more involved in community service, Wagner is definitely the place for you. Civic engagement is really important to us, and there's lots of ways you can give back on campus, on Staten Island, New York City, and just the country and the world as a whole. This right here is the view from the men's football stadium. What you're looking at is the Verrazano Bridge. It connects Brooklyn and Staten Island, so definitely a nice view when you're supporting your Seahawks. And this is where our men's baseball team plays at the Richmond County Savings Ballpark. So also not a bad view. What you're looking at right there is Lower Manhattan. So a nice way to spend your Saturday afternoon. And it takes me to my next point, which is we always say we have the New York City advantage, and it is so true. You get a traditional collegiate campus right at Wagner on Staten Island, but you have Manhattan just within reach. And we help bridge that connection with our shuttle. It runs 7 days a week from about 6 a.m. to 12:30 in the morning. It'll take you from campus to the Staten Island ferry. So that's about a 10-minute shuttle ride. Once you get to the ferry, you just hop right on and you'll be in Manhattan in about 25 minutes. So from campus to Manhattan, it's about 40 minutes, and it is all fast, free, and easy. Not many things are free in Manhattan, so our students definitely take advantage of that. And it's why so many of them are interning, taking advantage of networking opportunities. And all students are required to have an internship in order to graduate, but our students are having far more than just one. And of course, it's just nice to be so close to Manhattan when you just want to spend the day in Central Park or go check out a restaurant everyone's talking about, or whatever it is you want to do, and then come back to a quiet campus. This is just some information to keep in mind. The dates and info doesn't really change year over year, so it's good when the application process does come along. But our typical GPA that we look for is about an 85-90 average. We're 3.5 GPA. We're a test optional school, except if you are applying to our physician assistant program. Everything else test optional. If you do choose to send in your scores, we typically look for about a 26 on the ACT and a 1200 on the SAT. December 1st is our early action deadline. So if you get your application in by then, you'll hear from us at probably the end of December. And if you're applying to a physician assistant, theater performance, or design technology and management, you must get it in by December 1st because there's interview and audition processes to those 3 programs. So you gotta get it in by December 1st. February 15th is our regular decision deadline. So if maybe you're not ready for December 1st and you're not one of those 3 majors, you can definitely wait. That's okay, whatever works for you. And I should also mention, although the interview or auditions are required for the 3 majors I mentioned, if anybody wants to request an admissions interview, you definitely can do that. We are more than happy to accommodate. Just reach out to your admissions counselor. I love this slide because it really sums up Wagner in a nutshell. No matter what interests you have, whether it's working in the medical field, STEM, business, the arts, Wagner helps you get there. We've actually been named by the Princeton Review as one of the colleges that creates futures. We've also been named one of the colleges that pays you back, and we're consistently ranked one of the best colleges in the US. So we're really proud of that, but what we're most proud about is our amazing students that help us reach those milestones. So they're definitely our proudest feature at Wagner. And this is just a couple of different ways you can connect with us. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Wagner College, and Admissions has its own Instagram at Wagner Admissions. Definitely be sure to check that out. We post different information, events, giveaways, all those types of things. So check out Wagner Admissions, and that's my email right there. I'm Stephanie Grasulo. I work with students from New Jersey, so I really hope we connect. And any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wagner College. Next, we'll have Delaware Valley University.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Let me share my screen here. All right. So my name is Thomas Parati, and I am one of the admissions counselors at Delaware Valley University. This presentation is going to go over a little bit about Del Val. So some of our accolades at the top there, best regional university in the North, but one really particular one, our experiential education program. We were ranked one of the best experiential learning programs in the country, this past year. And, we built our reputation of the past 125 years on personalized hands-on learning for each and every student for all 4 years. So we are located in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. So we'll step out of New Jersey schools for a minute. We're right over the border. So from the Middlesex area, you're about maybe an hour, hour and a half, depending upon your location. We have over 1,000 acres of campus. So this is a living laboratory for our students to really explore and really get their hands, on whatever major they are on campus. We have just under 2,000 students. So right around 1,800. And it creates a very small student to faculty ratio of 13:1. Your average class size is about 15 to 16 students for all 4 years. And it could even be smaller than that when you get more specialized in your major, your junior and senior year. Every student receives a merit scholarship, and every student receives a hands-on real-world experience on our campus and off of our campus. We have over 70 clubs and organizations on our campus, so a lot of affinity groups, career related. Every major has a club and organization attached with it as well. We also have a little bit of Greek life, so for a small university, it is unique to have a little bit of Greek life thrown in there. A lot of hobbies and interests, and if you don't see something you like, you can create your own club or organization with a couple friends you have on campus. We are Division III for athletics, so we are really known for our football team. We are one of the few schools on the East Coast in Division III that have a football program. Right now, we were ranked number 9 in the country in Division III for our football program. They do very well. But at the bottom here, we have our other men and women sports and also our co-ed sports. So another unique sport we have is our equestrian, dressage, and hunt seat teams. They compete right on our campus and then travel around the region to compete as well. We have 9 residence halls on our campus, which are all co-ed, and you'll see free laundry there, fitness rooms, computer labs, everything that we can offer to our students within their own residence halls. We have a 94.4% graduate success rate. So either these students are employed or pursuing additional education. And this starts with our E360 program, which is our internship, career exploration, and study abroad program that starts day 1 with our students freshman year. So the next couple slides you'll see are 3 different schools that we offer for our students. So our ag and environmental science, everything in yellow is a major or minor, anything in white is a specialization. Our zoo science program, we're one of 3 schools in the country that offers zoo science. It's very competitive. We only allow 30 students into that program, and it filled up this year by December. So it's something, if you're interested in working in a zoo and working directly with animals in that zoo environment, this is definitely the major for you. Your major is completely customizable at Del Val, and you can combine any major together, major, minor, double major, what have you, to meet a career goal that you have. And like I said, the E360 is built into your program, so you will be leaving Del Val with a ton of experience. The average student leaves with 3 internships under their belt by the time they graduate. We have a couple other programs here, our RAM Scholars program, our Honors program, and a couple 4+1 programs to get your master's in 5 years. So how to apply? So we are on 2 applications, a Common App, as well as on our website at delval.edu/apply. We are also test optional for this year, and we're looking for the same as next year to be test optional. Some averages that we have are right around 22 for the ACT and about 1,100 for the SAT, and about a 3.2 for your GPA. Your admissions essay, we only require 1 letter of recommendation and any extracurricular activities you may be involved in. We are rolling admission, so you can apply anytime throughout the year with no deadlines. Our tuition, we offer between $14,000 and $25,000 in merit scholarship, depending upon where you fall with your GPA and your test score if you decide to send that in. So we cut tuition costs really right in half right from the beginning before financial aid is even added in there. FAFSA, we always tell students to apply for the FAFSA, and then it gets added into your merit scholarship. I would be your direct counselor in New Jersey to work with, so my contact is right there. Some of our core values. And once you would be admitted, of course, submitting your deposit. And that is, we have a lot of social media pages, our Del Val admission page on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, and also follow our other pages, across social media as well. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. It's a pleasure talking with all of you.
Thank you so much, Delaware Valley. Next, we're going to have Moravian University.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, hello and welcome. My name is Lauren. I'm the Assistant Director of Admission at Moravian University. It's nice to meet you all this evening. For those of you who aren't familiar, Moravian is located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour, 15, hour and a half from where you are currently located. We're a small private liberal arts institution with 2,000 students. Average class size is 17. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. I'm also an alumni of the institution, so I can speak from the student perspective as well. This is an example of one of our virtual cadaver labs on campus. So we really like to take a hands-on approach at Moravian, making sure that all of our students are getting hands-on experience both on and off campus. Specifically, any of our rehabilitation science majors, our nursing majors, pre-med majors, they're spending a lot of time in these spaces, being able to use options like the virtual cadaver lab to essentially cut with the ability to have the undo button. A MacBook Pro for every student on our campus. So what that means is that we are an all Apple distinguished school. Every student that's committed to Moravian gets a free MacBook Pro, iPad, and Apple Pencil. That's included in our program so that we're all on an even playing field. We can work cohesively with our peers, and that way faculty and staff can help troubleshoot if there's any ever issues with our technology, and we have IT located right on campus. So discover your brilliance. We have over 70 areas of study on campus. Some of our most popular things is our nursing program. It's highly competitive. We also have a really strong education program with field placement starting at the end of freshman year and the beginning of sophomore year. Psychology, business, and economics. Some of those are our top programs, as well as music. 2,000 undergraduate students, so we're nice and tiny. It allows us to be a close-knit community, more of a family style. You're never going to be able to go on campus without running into somebody you know, and you're able to make really strong relationships with your peers as well as the faculty and staff. Student life on campus. So we have over 80 clubs and organizations. They can be anything from something really fun to do to something more serious like an honor society. One of our newest clubs on campus is we just started an artisan cheese club. So there was a bunch of students that were really passionate about different cheeses, and now we have a cheese club on campus. So example of something more fun, but clubs and organizations are a really great way to get involved. Students at Moravian genuinely very enjoy being a part of an involved community and are typically involved in at least 3, if not more clubs. We also have 22 Division III sports on campus. So if you're interested in being a Division III athlete, we also have recruiting information for that on our website. Getting hands-on experience. We have a brand new program at Moravian called Elevate. It is essentially a career promise, allowing students to have great success after graduation at Moravian. So if our students follow all the steps of the Elevate program, participating in the badging system, which requires internships, students will actually go abroad. Community service is intertwined in that, as well as clinical placements for our health science students, nursing students, pre-med students. For education, that would be student teaching. Essentially guaranteeing our students employment or placement in a graduate program after Moravian. We offer research opportunities at Moravian for any student that's interested in working one-on-one with a faculty member. And we also offer honors projects, which will allow our senior students to graduate with honors. Again, elevating your experience. It also teaches you a lot of soft skills about your teamwork and leadership, making sure you're building a resume, preparing yourself to walk into job interviews, anything like that, really making a student sound on paper as well as the physical person as well. So your future starts here. These are rates from the class of 2020, so almost 98% career placement rate. This makes our students really confident that whatever their future endeavors are going to be after Moravian, that they will be successful. We have a great support system at Moravian, allowing students to have 3 advisors from their very first semester, and those 3 advisors are carried all the way through senior year. It really helps so that nobody falls through the cracks and that students are supported, whether they stay on the same path from their very first day, or maybe they change their major 5 different times. All of those students are still graduating within 4 years. And you'll see that 95% of our students do graduate in 4 years. A little bit about our application process. So these were our deadlines and different information from this past year, but they will most likely be reflected in the upcoming year as well. We're test optional for all programs except nursing. Our nursing program is highly competitive and it's a direct admit, so students must submit test scores for that. And there's also specific requirements for a nursing program. All other majors and undecided is test optional, so it's entirely the student's choice whether they want to submit scores or not. We do offer early decision, and then we're rolling admission. We require a transcript, letter of rec, and a personal essay. And there's no application fee. We're on Common App and through our website. We'll make it affordable, so $42 million in financial aid a year, 100%. Every single student that's accepted gets a merit scholarship. You just have to be accepted to the university, and then you will be receiving a scholarship. We also have a really great financial aid team that works hand in hand with our admissions staff, making sure that all of our students are finding Moravian, even though it's a private education, to be affordable. And this is Mo. Mo is one of our greyhounds. We are the Moravian University Greyhounds. We have Mo and Benny. They are our president's dogs. Students will see them throughout our campus. They'll have opportunities actually to walk them. We're a dog-friendly campus. We like to be super inclusive at Moravian, and you will see lots of dogs wherever you go, whether you're at an athletic event or just wandering from class to class. You'll typically run into a dog on campus. Thank you so much. And if anyone has questions, feel free to let me know.
Thank you so much, Moravian University. Next, we'll have University of New Haven.
All right. Hello, everyone, and good evening. My name is Caitlin Locke, Director of Undergraduate Recruitment at the university. Thank you all for having me tonight. So to start off, University of New Haven is a small to medium-sized private institution. We are located about 2.5 hours from you. We're in West Haven, Connecticut, right outside the city of New Haven. So I think our location is a prime selling point. We have the access to the city of New Haven, just a few miles down the road, world famous for pizza. Other colleges and universities are local to us, so we're definitely a college town. But at the greater scheme, we're right between New York City and Boston. So it's really easy for our students to hop on a train, be in New York City in just over an hour and a half, be in Boston in just over 2 hours. And we are located on the Connecticut shoreline as well. So we're just a couple miles from the beaches. So a little bit about us. We're small to medium in size. So we have just over 5,000 undergraduate students, but we have a lot to offer in terms of academics. So right now we see students enrolling in over 100 different academic programs at the university. And we'll talk a little bit more about those options in a moment. But in terms of our size, class size, we have about 20 students on average per class. We're not one of those schools where you see a lot of big lecture halls. All of our classes are taught by faculty members, so you wouldn't see, a PhD student or other candidate teaching our courses. They're all taught by faculty members. And while our primary focus, most of our students are enrolling in bachelor's degree programs, we do have an added emphasis on graduate degree programs, as we have something called dual degree programs where you can combine your bachelor's degree with your master's degree in an expedited period of time. So saving you not just time in the classroom, but tuition dollars as well. So at University of New Haven, our programs are spread across 5 different academic colleges. In our College of Arts and Sciences, I think you see the most in terms of variety, but for us, some of the most famous ones, we're well known for our forensic psychology department, which is part of our psychology program. marine biology, we're right by the shoreline in Connecticut, as well as our suite of music programs. So music technology, music and sound recording, where you'll see our students taking part in our student-run record label right on campus. Our Pompey College of Business is accredited, so top 20% in the US, top 5% in the world. A couple of our most popular areas include sport management, and then our new major in esports and gaming. We're most famous across the board for our Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences. So in addition to those two majors, anything you can think of that's public safety or public service related, you'll probably find it in our Henry C. Lee College. We have a crime scene training house on our campus that our students love to explore, majors in national security, homeland security, emergency management, fire science, international affairs, and others. In our accredited Tagliatelle College of Engineering, again, a full suite of engineering disciplines, but a couple that stand out for us. We have one of the top cybersecurity programs in the country, which is also very closely linked with our computer science program. And computer science has concentrations in game design and cybersecurity, so a lot of breadth and depth between our programs. And then our newest addition to our colleges is our School of Health Sciences. For us, one of our most popular degree programs is dental hygiene. We have a full dental center, a dental clinic right on our campus where our students are working with community members from the university and community members from the area as a whole, providing dental care starting in that second year. In addition to that, majors in exercise science, paramedicine, health sciences, and many others. Now, a great key feature of our education at University of New Haven is the option to study abroad. For us, I think the most unique part of it is that we have our own satellite campus in Prato, Italy. So that campus is located right outside the city of Florence. It's in the beautiful Tuscan region of Italy. Any scholarship or financial aid that our students receive to attend our campus in Connecticut can also be used to attend for a semester at our Prato, Italy campus. Now, of course, that's not the only place our students study abroad. We see our students participating in programs quite honestly all over the world, all different lengths of time. So anywhere from a 2-week intensive program to the traditional semester long to sometimes even year-long programs. Of course, getting involved is one of the greatest things you'll do as a college student. At University of New Haven, we have well over 150 clubs and organizations for our students to be a part of. In the graphic here, you see just a few of them outlined. So anything from Army and Air Force ROTC to our athletics like ice hockey. You'll see our students working in our radio station on campus, our theater program, tons of school spirit at University of New Haven. So at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, you see pictures of our marching band, which has over 300 students participating in it, our cheer and our dance teams, all of which perform at our football games on our blue turf. So definitely a fall favorite tradition is attending those games. But we also have Greek organizations and many others to be a part of on our campus. In terms of athletics, we're Division II. We are in the Northeast 10 Conference with 18 varsity level teams. You see the spread of them here. Our newest being women's rugby. We just added them this past fall. All right, so a few of the details to help you get ready to apply to college. So at University of New Haven, we have a few different offerings in terms of the timeline and deadlines, but essentially we have 2 forms of binding admission, early decision and early decision 2. Everything else is non-binding. My best piece of advice, apply fall of your senior year, common application, transcript, a letter of recommendation, and we're test optional. We do guarantee scholarships for all students who are admitted up to $28,000 a year with room for additional scholarships. But thanks everyone for your time this evening. I'm around if you have any questions. Thank you.
All right. If I could have all my reps back with us again, and we're going to finish off our evening by giving you all some great advice that will help you along the way. And the question I have for everyone, and just answer the question in the order that you presented, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, so I think one of the most important things is to not limit your search. Don't get set on a specific type of school. Don't get set on a specific location. Really let yourself imagine you attending a wide variety of colleges because you never know what might fit for you and you never know what school might surprise you.
Yeah, I would recommend seeing both large and small schools. Your heart might be set on a small school, but then you go to a large school and you might realize that this is the place where you want to be. So take the time to see all different sizes of schools, all different locations, get out of your state, stay in your state, check out everywhere where you want to go.
I would definitely say get to know your admissions counselor. We're all here to help you and help find the best college for you, whether that's Wagner College or one of these other great universities featured here. We all just want to help you, and we can definitely make this process a lot easier for you if you rely on us.
Definitely, I think, go visit as many campuses as you can kind of get to, in your time frame. I think going to campus really makes a difference in your college experience, because looking at pictures and videos of campus is one thing, but being able to talk with students, being able to talk face to face with your, admissions counselor is really a different perspective, from a student than kind of just us talking to you. So definitely come to campus and see what, all these colleges are about.
I would say too, don't be afraid to ask questions, where there's a lot of great resources out there, whether you're an admission counselor, meeting with someone from financial aid, talking to a current student. Ask those questions so you can feel confident about your decisions, and it'll help you narrow down your choices.
I'd say try to keep an open mind as best as you can, especially at the very beginning, at that very start of when you're creating that list of which schools to apply to. The things that you think are top of your list, most important at that fall of senior year as you're submitting those applications may shift a little bit, and you may have some different priorities come spring and decision-making time during your senior year.
John, you're on mute.